Okay. Likutei Hilchas Bircot Hashachar Halacha Hey. We have started Hilchos Kriyat Shema within it, and we're holding Basif Chafvav 26. ועל כן מתו 24,000 תלמידי רב עקיבא. We said that בקריאת שמע you have the Yichud HaElyon, which is the Shema Yisrael, the 25 letters of Shema Yisrael, and the most important letter of the first pasuk is the Shpitz in the back of the Daled, which the Tikkun Zohar says this is the Tzaddik that transforms from Reish to Daled. I mean, a statement without that Shpitz would be about the Zohar Mamish, and so we said that this Shpitz is the Daled, this is the Tzaddik, this is Moshe, this is Tzaddik HaEmes that elevates Mishmad L'Rotz from oblivion to favor. So it says that when you say Shema Yisrael, when you mekusha to the tzaddik, the B'chinas Bris, you are mekusha to the Pidyon HaElyon, to the supernal redemption, and you bring down from there the sweetening, the elixir to cure and sweeten and nourish all and cancel all the 24 all the judgments in the 24 spiritual courts. Now, these are in the saying Bo Shem Kvod Malchus Lo Ilam Voed. There's 24 letters. That's these 24. About which the Tikkun Zohar says Al Yishev Dach V'Nichlam, shouldn't be set oppressed and embarrassed. Dach is Chafdal, is 24. So the Tikkun Zohar says, yeah, you know that the Shema Yisrael, you know, the Ko is the Shechina, is the you know, and this is Kotev Alchut. This is where the source of the bracha. This is where the brachas come. He says the Kohanim. He says to Moshe, said to Aaron, you know, bless Bnei Yisrael. It says Kotev Alchut Bnei Yisrael. Thus you shall. The Ko is the Chafhei. That's the Shechina. That's the source of the berachot. And this goes and feeds the Dach V'Nichlam. This cancels out, sweetens out the dinim in the 24 balei, you know, batei din. So it says that this is the Sefer HaLetzavah. Ken mesu 24,000 talmidei Reb Akiva b'mei Sfira. That's the reason why 24,000 of the students of Reb Akiva died during the Sfira days. Rabbi Akiva היה ben Gerim. Reb Akiva himself was a descendant of Gerim. And he went to the place that he ascended to the place that he ascended. And that was he totally reversed his being from being ben Gerim, you know, somebody who was outside the Tumah, you know, all the way up to Zochel, Sheyatsa Nishmasa Be'echad, his neshama went out in Echad, you know, Shmesa Hashem, Makil Hashem Echad, he went in Echad. Echad, that's the Pidyon HaElyon, that's the, in other words, he reached the highest of them all. Nimtza she'ikir token aliyah yado. The main sweetening was through him. Aval talmida, but his students, afal peshu k'doshim and tzaddikim g'dolim, even though they were tremendous k'doshim and tremendous tzaddikim, aval pogmu, but they damaged aladei sheloya hava b'neim, that there wasn't love in between them. Because love is the thing that makes the connection. You know, let me just take a bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'hakol yeh b'dvaro. Amen. You know, we have love is the thing that connects two parties. Kol ha'psha'im techasei ahava, kol psha'im techasei ahava. On all crimes, love, you know, overcomes. As Rabbeinu says, if somebody, you know, is doing something to hurt his friend, if his friend loves him, then he doesn't shame him because the love covers everything. But the minute he stops loving him, then suddenly this bothers me about you. That is this, and why did you do this? So love is the thing that enables a bond. That enables the. So they didn't have love between them. That's the reason why they weren't able to bring down that tikkun. The Rebbe Kiva was oisik in him, which is להמשיך מקויצה דאוס ד' מ-25 אצוות ייחוד האלוה, to bring down from that nekuda, that dot in the back of the dalet, from the 24 asvan ייחוד האלוה, and the 25 letters of the supernal unification, the supernal favor, that's the overriding redemption. They couldn't bring it lamata lebchinas 24 bate dinim. They couldn't bring it down to the 24 spiritual courthouses. Al ken metu 24,000 daika b'mesfira. That's the reason that 24,000 died. Dafka 24,000. Why dafka 24? Why not 22? 24 because that's the thing that they couldn't. Isgabu alem tokef adinim shebe-24 bate dinim. Because the mightiness of the judgments of the 24 spiritual courthouses, have overcome them. Because it is not possible to bring down the sweetening from the supernal favor, which is the aspect of the revelation of the time of favor that happens in Shabbos Mamincha. Kim alidei ahava v'achdus. The only way you can do it is through love and unity. Sheben Yisrael, which exists between Am Yisrael. Ki ahava b'gematria echad. Ahava is the numerical value of echad, of one. Al ken omrim b'mincha b'Shabbos, ata echad, v'shimcha echad, u'mikras amcha Yisrael goy echad ba'aretz. That's why in Shabbos Mamincha, which is the time of Rava de Ravin, that's the favor of all favors, that's the will of all wills, the primordial volition, so to speak. So then, in order to be able to bring it down and to sweeten the 25,000, we need total unity. That's why Shabbos Mamincha, what are we saying? Ata echad, shimcha echad, amcha Yisrael go echad. Everything is echad, everything is one, everything to create this kind of unity. כי בשבס במנחה then צריכים לעלות עד עשר רוצון האלם כנ"ל. You have to go all the way up to the supernal rotzon, as we said. זה צריכים שיהיה אהבה ואחדות גודל בין ישראל. That's why for this you need to have a great amount of love and unity between Am Yisrael. מבחינת מנוחס, שלום ושלווה, השקט והפרח, you need, a rest of peace and serenity and quiet and security. All the different lashonos of togetherness. Because dissension and dispute, that's the very essence of judgments, of dinim, of verdicts, of indictments. This is the source of all the heresies. Rabbeinu said it many times. This is a known thing. That the higher the unification, the yichud that you need to perform, the more nefashos you have to bring them. And the main thing, that everybody will bind together with love and unity. Because then they are combined in the very source of unity. And the Torah in Am Yisrael is all one. Ata echad is the Kodesh Baruch Hu, Shimcha echad is the Torah. So the Torah is kula shmos of Kodesh Baruch Hu, right? The Torah is all the names of Kodesh Baruch Hu. That's because this is exactly where where the dog is buried. This is where the problem was. There was no love and unity between the Talmidim of Rebbe Akiva. This is what Dafka 24,000 died, and the day dafka in the days of Sphira. כי לא המתיקו הדנים של ב-24 הדינים על ידי ד' דאחד שרע לשם רבי עקיבא רבן. Because they died dafka 24,000 died in the days of the Sphira, because they weren't able to sweeten and to cancel and to neutralize and to overturn all the judgments and all the indictments and all the dinim of all 24 courts, heavenly courts. They weren't able to do it, to bring it from there through the Nikud of the Dal, the Echad, where their Rebbe, Rebbe Akiva, this is where he went to. And this is what Chazal said. This is what Chazal said. Simon Chavzai. Chazal said that the Inyan of Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Ha'olam Voed, the easiest thing is to shut it off, mind you. It's the easiest thing.
No. Shema Trifus, they have going to the cemetery today. So he's looking for minyan. I said, I'm learning. So I said, at 9, I'm not available till 9:30.
Okay.
I said, but if you need, just let me know. Just, that's it.
Shema Chazal, Inyan Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Ha'olam Voed. Shema Yaakov. Same, okay. That's part of life. This is a life learning. This is not a concert of classical music, right? It's classical Avodas Hashem. It's not, it's not a.
It's not a library either.
No, it's not a library either. That's right. Well, it is a library of sorts. Yeah. This Shavu Chazal Yabor Shekvar Chusar Elam Voed. Chazal said about this Psochim. In Masechet Psochim, Chazal said for this pasuk that we're saying, "Blessed be the name of the honor of His kingdom forever and ever." That Yaakov Avinu said before he was Mustalik, before he passed away, as they darshan it on the pasuk, "Vayikra Yaakov al Bono v'yomer Esfu v'agid lechem shekra etchem b'achris hayomim." Come around, I'll tell you what is going to transpire with you in the end of days. Then what? Shebikesh az legalas etaketz. He wanted to reveal the end. He wanted to reveal what's going to happen. Nistalko imenu shchino. And the shchino left him. Amar shema yesh psul b'mitosi. Maybe, chas v'chalila, my children are not the way they're supposed to be. Maybe, The Pasuk v'amru Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. They said the pasuk Kashem she'em belibcha ela echad. We also don't have only echad. In other words, they saw it. No, we all reached the echad. Pasuk Yaakov Omar Bo Shem Kvar Mechuz Ha'olam Voed. So v'amru sham leibu lo amaru Moshe. It says so Yaakov Avinu said Bo Shem Kvar Mechuz Ha'olam Voed, and they say that Leimu lo amaru Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't say it. So what you say? So you say you don't say it. Shema Yisrael, Moshe Rabbeinu did say it. Baruch Shem Malchus Ha'olam Voed, he didn't say it. It's not written in the Torah, right? Yaakov Avinu said. So should we say it or shouldn't we say it? So they said the masking should say it quiet. Say it quietly. Mashal Labas Melech, and he said this is a mashal for the daughter of the king. Shericha Tzikek Dero, that she smelled the spices in the stew that they cook in the kitchen. It's just at the bottom of the pot. It just smells the spices. It's just a cup. So they said. So you could tell, hey, the prince wants a falafel. It's not a call the princess to eat a falafel. So the government says, but she craves it. What are you going to give her? So this says, loyma. You can't say it's a busha. Not to say not to give her. She has latzah because she has a craving. So what do? So they said they smuggled it. They brought it into a room. They a little jolt. They smuggled quietly. So this is bullshit. And he explains this. Ki Yaakov savar shekvar yachol legalot haketz. he thought that he can already reveal the end. Why? Because he saw that his bed is complete. V'chulam chazokim ba'amunah ha'kedoshah, and everybody is strong in the holy emunah in Hashem Yisrael. But when he saw that the Shekhinah left him, he thought that chas v'chalila, maybe not all his children are the way they're supposed to be. So they started Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. The very same way that in your heart is only one, only HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in our hearts as well. So immediately Yaakov Avinu understood that even though his children are Baruch Hashem very strong in the Heilige Emunah, Afal Pichen still, however, it's still not the time to reveal the end. Well, this concealed end. Because he understood Techef that what is the problem that holds back the Geulah, the redemption. What you need to do, you need to bring up all the fallen nitzosos, all the fallen kedushas that happen. You know, whenever a yid, goes around, it's like they said that, all right, I'm thinking, should I say it, shouldn't I say it? It's like we are very much, especially, the Western men, they like to think of themselves, men and women, they like to think themselves, as this dainty, people, like, clean and they smell good and this. Right? The truth of the matter is that human beings, all beings, but definitely human beings, just go through life leaving behind. Do you remember the Peanuts, the character Peanuts? One of the characters was Pigpen. That wherever he was going was just full with dust and dirt all around him, whatever it is. We are leaving behind us a cloud of smells and dead tissue and skin cells. Wherever we go, just like this whole cloud left, behind us. We don't realize that. We think like, I'm like, but that's the way it is. It's like a smoker that comes into the room. He thinks that nothing is going on, but everybody, there's like a noxious cloud going around him. And smokers don't realize what, like what, really what, what's, they come in and you're like, ugh. The thing is that we all go around, in every decisions that we make, all the thoughts that we think, that are not the way they're supposed to be, or we do things that we're not supposed to do. We think that when we do a bad deed, or we think a bad thought, or we say a bad thing, that okay, it's past, it's finished. Now I'm just, I'm me, and I'm just. The point is that we are leaving behind this, these kedushas and the fullness, this kind of cloud of whenever everything that we do wrong, all the wrong decisions, all the wrong. These are kedushas and fullness. They fall into the klipas, and they just lie there like residue. And the thing is that when you do tshuva, what you need to do is you need to elevate all those. Now this is all these avedas, all these losts, these are losses that we lose all the time. And achinami, we also lift up a lot of things all the time. When we do tshuva, we do heilige things. When we think good machshavas, when we prevent bad machshavas, when we do tshuva, what we do, so we elevate a lot. But it's a constant, process of you lose and you find. The only one that finds all the time is somebody who doesn't sin. Right? All he does is mitzvahs. That's a tzaddik emes. That's all he does. Not only that he finds his own losses, but he finds everybody else's losses. And not only this, but he gives them, to all the people that come to him, he gives them back all the things that they lost. How does he give them back all the things that they lost? And he says, Rabbeinu says, that when somebody loses something and you find it, Shavas Aveda, he says you have to check him with questions to make sure that he's not a liar, right? The tzaddik, when you come to him for your losses, he has to check you, he has to prove you, if you're not a liar, which means you have to be honest and to come back and not think that you are Mr. Big and you already know everything. And you can speak in a fort by David's house because you're Mr. Big, and you're a rabbi, and you're, you have to be honest. You have to know who you really are. And
That was squashed.
What?
That was squashed.
Okay, we'll undo it. All right. Anyhow, so.
The event organizer said
What?
The event organizer said it wasn't on the roster.
Oh, really? Baruch Hashem.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We'll just mill around.
Anyhow, it is. You have to lift up all the loss, all the avidas, all the kedusha that fell down. And he says, Yaakov Avinu understood that even though his sons Baruch Hashem are very strong in their emunah, the time hasn't come yet, because he understood that the redemption is still held back until all the kedushas, the fallen kedushas, will be brought up, until all the gerim and all the rechokim and all the converts and all those that are really really far from the kedusha will all be elevated. And this is impossible. The only way to do this is when you bring down the illumination from the supernal yichud, from Shema, which is Shema Yisrael, to bring it down to yichud atachton, which is Baruch Shem Kol Mechusay, which is the 24 letters in Baruch Shem Kol Mechusay Lo Yelav Voed. Shaladei Zedaika, this is exactly the tool that you elevate from Shmad L'Rotzon, from oblivion to favor. Okay, Patach Yaakov miyad ve'amad. That's the reason Yaakov immediately said, Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Voed. Hainu, Shem Kvod Malchus. What is he actually saying? Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Voed. It sounds like a praise. What does it really mean? So this is what he's explaining. Hainu, Shem Kvod Malchus Yisborach, that the name of the honor of the kingdom of Hashem Yisborach. Baruch u'vorach tamid lo yelav voed. It is always, always, always blessed. Va'afilu b'chol hamadregas hatachtonos me'od me'od. Mevorach Shem Kvod Malchus. It is now. We said that mevorach and Baruch, the difference between Baruch and Mevorach is that Baruch means that Hashem is blessed. It talks about the state of Hashem kivyochel bending down, sitting down on his chair, getting down to relate to us and to give us the spiritual sustenance and physical sustenance and relate to us, because Hashem himself is, quote unquote, the natural state of Hashem is so, transcendental from us and totally no shaykhs with the world. So Hashem bringing himself down is called Baruch. Hashem is Baruch. Hashem is lowering himself down. Is with his chesed from his own volition is bending down to us, so to speak. Mivarach means that he is blessed from it, that we bless him, that we I forgot the word for it. So what we're saying is means that both things, that the sustenance of Hashem lower himself to bless and to feed and sustain even the lost madrigas that there are. And conversely, you can bless Hashem you can pull down sasan upon yourself by davening to Hashem, by begging Hashem, by praising Hashem anywhere, in any madrega that you are. It doesn't matter if, like they say Sancheriv was the general of Nebuchadnezzar, right? Now, you talk about Eichmann, you talk about any of Rudolf Hess, the commandant of Auschwitz. Talk about the greatest monsters, murderers. When Sancheriv came to Beis Hamikdash, there was, before the Chorban, Zechariah Novi, he was a Kohen, he admonished the people. And it was Sukkot. And the people got upset with him. And they stoned him with their striking. And they killed him. In the Beis HaMikdash, on Yom Kippur. Did you know that?
I do now.
You do now. Zechariah Novi. Yidden, Jews, killed him in Beis HaMikdash on Yom Kippur with their... No, Yom Kippur. They couldn't kill him with their striking. Because there's no strike on Yom Kippur, is there? But I think they killed him in Yom Kippur, but I'm not sure. I seem to remember his striking. So, listen, the jury's still out exactly how, but whatever it is, he was killed in Beis HaMikdash on Yom Kippur. That we say, Tisha B'Av, Yarei B'Mikdash Hashem, if they will be killed in the Mikdash Hashem, Kohen and Novi, a Kohen and a Novi, a priest and a prophet, that's Zechariah. What happened was that his blood was on the floor. And they could not possibly wash it. In the Azara, there was plenty of blood. And what they used to do, there was this faucet hole, of the water of the Amasamayim. In the Azara, there was water. So what they would do, they would plug it up, and the water would go up and just, wash all over the Azara. And then they open up the plug, and all the blood, all the gore, whatever would be cleaned out. But that blood would not wash, and not only would it didn't wash, it kept on boiling. It was bubbling. It kept on bubbling, and when Sancheriv came to Beis Hamikdash, he says, "What's this?" So they told him, "That's the blood of the Karbanos." So he brought, sheep and this and shechted, and none of them bubbled like that. So he said, "You better tell us what." He told them, "You better tell me what's the real deal about this." And they said, there was this Novi, this Zechariah, whatever it is, and he admonished Alishal. So he took the Kohanim with him, all the Kohanim, and he shechted them next to the blood. He kept them boiling. I'm not saying, but I remember what he did was, he took 24,000 Pirchei Kehuna. Kids, children, they're already, and he all shechted them next to the blood, and the blood wouldn't stop boiling. So Sancheriv asked the blood, he said, "You want me to kill them all?" And the blood stopped. Suddenly it dawned on Sancheriv. It says, all these people were killed, were slaughtered because of one person that they did. It says, what about me? That I slaughtered all these people. He ran away. He left the army, and he became Jewish. He became Jewish. Shmaya and Avtalion, the first Zug, were his grandchildren. Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Eloi Olam V'Olam. The name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is blessed. Blesses and bless every single nakuda. If this is what you do, there's no such thing as that's it. It's too late for me. I'll never be good. I'll never make it. It's over for me. Never, ever, ever. So it says this is how it's done. because, so that's why he said, that even the Los Madregas, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is blessed, ובוודאי גמוס שלו, בוודאי הקדוש ברוך הוא will finish his, ויגאל לכבוד מלכוס, אני call him, will reveal his malchus to everyone. המחמץ זה בעצמו כל עיכוב קץ הגאולה, but that's the very main reason why the גאולה itself is taking so long to come. כי הקץ סוסם וחוסם מאוד מאוד, because the end itself is incredibly concealed and completely, and unfathomable. ואי אפשר לגלוסי, and it is impossible to reveal it. Why? מחמץ שיש בזה סוד גדול. There's a big mystery about it. Why? מחמץ שצריכים לעלות הניצויסוס הנפולוס מאוד מאוד. Because you have to elevate from there. ניצויסוס that are fallen extremely deep. שאי אפשר לעלויסם כי אם בסוד נפלא. The only way that it can be is by tremendous sight. How can you possibly take Yair Lapid, and make him do tshuva? How can you make Shula Metalon and do tshuva? Yossi Sarid and do tshuva? How can you do this? You need it's tremendous sight, it's a tremendous mystery in order to be able to do this, because the Kedusha falls down so low. It is impossible to elevate it except Sod Niflo. Okay, that's why Moshe Rabbeinu didn't say the Beferish in the Torah. He doesn't mention the Beferish in the Torah. אף על פי שמשה בוודאי יודעים מזה, even though Moshe of course knew of it, רק הוא גילה לנו, הוא מסר הסוד הזה, but Moshe Rabbeinu, he revealed to us and gave us this mystery, this secret, שיעקב אמר עד בשעת הסתלקות ובאושר כמו חוזר לעולם ועד. That Yaakov Avinu said, this is what happened, that he said באושר כמו חוזר לעולם ועד. כן, אנו יודעים שום דבר שנעשה במעבוד כמען ידו. How do we know that Yaakov Avinu said it? Because Moshe Rabbeinu told us that he said it, right? So Moshe Rabbeinu himself didn't say it in the Torah, but he revealed to us that Yaakov Avinu said it, because otherwise how would we know that was said? We don't know anything about the patriarchs except what Moshe Rabbeinu said. אבל אף על פי כן לא אמר באושר גדול מחוזר גדול בפרש בתורה. But explicitly in the Torah he didn't say it. Kisod komus v'nelo, because this is an incredibly, concealed and wondrous mystery. You cannot reveal it in the written Torah, beferish. And he said, B'ezrat Hashem will continue this tomorrow.